just chilling, bro.
You know, folks done tore the house, please, man. That was the safest strip club I've ever been to.
That's the safest strip club?
My second.
Oh, second. What was the first one?
Nikki's.
Okay.
On Stewart Avenue.
Yeah. Club Nikki's.
Yeah. Club Nikki's was my first one.
Shit, well, I think.
Then Pleases. I ain't hit none of the big boy when it was Nikki, Pleases, then Blue Flame. But it took me a minute. I didn't even go to Magic till I was literally 21.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They weren't playing with that because I was getting in the other ones with the fake ID.
Okay.
From the Stewart Avenue.
Oh yeah, of course. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
Because they, they were a little ratchet. They ain't really
care. They give a fuck. Shit. You come here, you gonna spend that money?
Right. Magic Manhattan.
Oh yeah, man. Shit. I ain't go to Magic till I was like 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I ain't never
I had
been
to have a little something, you know.
You had to. That's the thing about it. You gotta have a little something.
Yeah, you gotta have a little something.
At least take you the 250 with you. That's gonna cover you some drinks. It's gonna cover you some dance. It's gonna cover your party.
Yeah, and like when I went, I think I spent $200, and at that time that was the most I ever spent in strip club.
Felt like you woke up in the morning like, what the hell I do?
No, I was good. I was good with that $200. I was good with
$200. You right,
yeah. You got budget shit. You know what I'm saying?
I made a mistake and went to that motherfucker with a payroll check one time. They was giving us a bonus.
Yeah.
I took the bonus check.
Yeah.
And I blew the whole fucking bonus check in where was we at? We was at the Flame. Blue Flame.
Shit, man. I started off at Blaze.
I had got the bonus check from Delta. Man, I went and blew that shit.
Oh shit.
Upset.
Shit. Yeah, man. We just having strip club memories, sharing them right here on SauceTv, man. I'm your host, DJ Sturgis, of course, and I am joined by comedian and old Atlanta enthusiast, Sosay. What's up,
man? What's up with you, man? I sure enough appreciate the opportunity, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Shoot. And I seen this dude on my Explore page, just like everybody else. And I started watching the videos, and I was like, damn, man, you really talking about like Atlanta shit. And you know, Atlanta is not the same no more, you know, and I just really tapped in with you and everything that you had going on, like the whole movement. Like you talked about stuff that, you know, like conversations that we as Atlanta people really don't typically have these days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You brought up a lot of memories and stuff, and like, I mean, we just gonna start from the beginning, man. What part of there you from?
I'm from Boulevard, Fort Ward, Bedford Pine.
Okay.
Yeah, Folks ain't no thumb.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Boulevard. Yeah, Fort Ward, man. If you didn't know, see, a lot of people didn't know what Fort Ward was until Jeezy.
Right. Exactly. A lot of people didn't know until he mentioned that BP right there, and he mentioned Parkway, this, that, and the other. He used to pull up down there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He used to kick it with Lil Zay, one of my partners.
Yeah.
So a lot of people didn't know about it until he started rapping. But people in the city knew about it.
Yeah. I'm in the 4th Ward, fucking around with old
right.
dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight drop,
right.
no whip, dog.
Right.
Yeah.
He's right there parked at the BP, right at the corner, right by the hospital.
Yeah, man. I remember I saw a video he had pulled up on Boulevard in a Ferrari. Yeah. A silver Ferrari.
Off of Edge.
Yeah.
Part of Edge. Yeah, I remember that.
And so what high school you went to?
I went to Dub. Remember back in the day, you know, we had the magnet program.
Okay.
Since I was staying over there, I had good grades in the 8th grade because I went to Emory Middle School over there by grade.
Okay.
And then, so I decided to go to the west side to go to high school because I just wanted
to
get away from my side of town. You know what I'm saying? In a way. So I went on over there to Dub. You know what I'm saying? 225 High Tile Road, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Doug was like the shit for the longest, you know what I'm saying?
And that was the reason why there was no other high school I wanted to go to.
Yeah.
All because it's all about Doug. You gotta go to Doug.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Doug.
Yeah.
So, made my way on over to the west side, man. And, I didn't graduate from Doug.
Where'd you graduate?
I ended up transferring. I didn't graduate. I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
Oh shit.
So I went to Dub. Of course, that was my dream high school to go into.
Yeah.
Went there, and then after that is when they was moving everybody out the city.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up moving to the south side. We ended up moving to Clayton County.
Yeah, Clayco.
Yeah, shout out to Clayco, man. I ain't got nothing against Clayco.
Clayco.
I jumped off the porch in Clayco, so that's the crazy part. But I transferred out there and went to, and this is probably the only time I'm ever gonna mention this school name because I can't stand it. I transferred to Jonesboro. But this was Jonesboro in 98, 99.
This is like white. Yeah.
It was white.
Yeah.
All 53 black people knew each other.
Wow. 53. That's the football team.
That was the football team.
Shit.
All of us knew each other.
Mm.
And then, we had a couple people that transferred from the city. Like, it was 2 folks that I knew at Doug that had transferred out there I didn't know. Wow. So, I went and kind of knew at least 2 people.
Yeah.
But I went in there and I ended up getting into it. The second day I was there, I got into a fight. The next week I got into a fight. Then like a month later I got into another fight. I was just getting into it, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just really wanted to go back to Doug. I told my folks, man, look, drop me off at the airport in the morning. I'll catch the train and do the same thing I always been doing. But yeah, so I ended up getting into it at Jonesboro. I wanted to go to Doug so much. I wanted to graduate from there. I dropped out January of my senior year at Jonesboro because I didn't want to graduate from there.
Shit.
And I finished in a program, so I pretty much got my diploma. I got my diploma a month earlier.
Okay.
But as long as it didn't say Jonesboro, I was cool.
Damn. Because of the experience.
Man, I experienced the first time I really experienced racism.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I got called a nigga the second day.
Damn, and that's what you got to fight for.
That's what I got to fight for.
Yeah.
Then the next week I got to fighting because I'm a nigga from the city.
Yeah.
And you know, back then, you know, they wasn't fucking with niggas from the city. So I got into it with a nigga named Greg. We fought like 3 times. We had to fight.
Yeah.
First time, I ain't gonna lie, he got me.
Yeah.
But I'm from the city, bro. We got to fight again. We got to fight again. I won the second one. Then we had the third one. I won the third one. All right, it's all good.
Damn.
Yeah. But I stayed on the south side for probably about another 10 years off and on. But yeah, I'm from the city.
So what was your experience like? Because you have such a deep love for Atlanta. So what was your experience like, you know what I'm saying, being where you from, you know what I'm saying, where you started at, and, you know, transferring over to Doug.
Yeah.
You know, like, what was that experience like coming up?
Man, it was magical, man. I kind of, you know, once I got to the age to realize what Atlanta was, that's what made me fall in love with it. And then as an adolescent, you know what I'm saying, I have my normal teenage problems, but the way I learned the city is probably completely different than anybody else.
Okay.
So like I said, I was trouble.
Yeah.
So between a 3-year span, bro, I ran away from home 21, 22 times.
Man, what the fuck?
Let me take that back. I wasn't running away from home. I just wasn't going home.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't going home.
Yeah.
So during them times, I'd be out all around the city because, like I said, at that time, you used to give us free student water cards.
Yeah.
And shit like that. You use it till 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, you couldn't use it no more. But the train went up at 50, 75 cents back then. So I would be everywhere, where I would be on the train, going wherever. I ended up meeting people. I just stayed at Harris homes for 2-3 days with some folks I didn't even know.
Damn.
As a kid. I was out at College Park. I was up north. And when I say up north, I don't mean Gwinnett. I still never ventured out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I learned the city, bro. Like, just getting around that way and then meeting. That's why I know a lot of people everywhere in the city. That was kind of one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with it then, man, because I realized there wasn't no city like this ever. Everything that I ever seen was black people.
Yeah.
I don't care what it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
The mayor, I only know a black mayor. I've never had a white mayor.
Exactly.
I don't know
Big
what
facts.
I don't know what they would do.
Big facts. Yeah.
I've never experienced it. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that were coming from the same circumstances we came from.
Yeah.
Then the celebrities. Then of course, you know, Doug, all the people we had coming through there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You know,
Jamal Lewis,
James Davis,
King Dent,
Batman, Killer Mike, T.I., Franchise.
Yeah.
Like, we had people just come through.
Yeah.
Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was the mayor of Atlanta. Came from Doug.
Yeah, man. Doug ain't the same no more, man. Like, unfortunately, you know, like, they rezoned a lot of shit.
They got windows now.
Huh?
See, when we went, we didn't have, there was no windows in Doug. It was a hot box.
Oh, what the fuck? That's some goddamn
That was
lean on me type shit.
It was a prison, bro. I want to say the only windows that was in Doug was at the very bottom in the basement, like on the study quarter. But them windows didn't go to nothing. Like, there were no windows in the school, bro.
Shit.
Literally back then. And then they renovated and changed it. Now they got windows and that and the other. But yeah, I went when it was Doug for real.
Oh shit, man. How the fuck do you learn? Like, how do you become great? There's some shit, you know what I'm saying? You up in there sweating out there.
You got to think about it. You had nothing else to do but learn. You couldn't look out and see nothing.
Yeah,
you couldn't get distracted by the outside world. Once you was in there, and them teachers cared about us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they weren't like strict.
Yeah.
They were you have some teachers that were just mean teachers in a way, but really they were just pushing us.
Yeah.
Because they're like, look, this is school of excellence, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
we just want y'all to push, and then once you go back out, it's like once you went in there with no windows, you was stuck in the Doug world.
Yeah.
And they prepared you for when you left out of Doug, and now the world is out there for you to see. That's the way I interpret it.
So you went to an HBCU in high school.
Facts.
That's
Facts.
what it was.
Facts. I never thought about it that way with facts. Yes, sir.
That's what it was, man, because the HBCU does the same thing. So they treated y'all like investments.
Exactly. Because even then, I don't know if you remember, they used to have upper bound.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was in the Morris Brown upper bound program. So even when we wasn't going to school Monday through Friday at Doug, on Saturday we was on Morris Brown campus.
Yeah.
On the summertime, we was on Morris Brown campus taking classes, staying in the Twin Towers. So we had a college experience through high school. So that was another reason why I loved Doug so much in the environment there, because the pack of friends I was running with at the time, I knew that even after high school, we was all probably gonna push it. We had plans. We was all either gonna go to Morris Brown, gonna go to Clark, this, that, and the other. Man, when they shot me out of the Jonesboro, all that shit changed. All that shit changed. I ain't go to college. I ain't do nothing. The same friends that I was running with back then, and my folks was like, oh, you don't need to be running when they're gonna turn out to be nothing. Man, they turned out to be lawyers, attorneys, in the music business owners. So I tell my pops all the time, like, you was wrong, bro, about them friends. That you didn't want me to hang around.
Nah, but you went down to Clay Cove and got the bad friends.
I got the bad friends. That's when I started getting in trouble. I was working at Popeyes on Terra Boulevard. Remember, I used to be in the Kroger?
Yeah.
I had it trapped out. That was my first trap. Now, I never sold drugs.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a drug. Well, I ain't never sold drugs on that level. I sold a little bit of weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that was just it. wasn't nothing like, of that nature.
Weed's a flower.
Yeah, weed's a flower. But we were doing stuff like we had to connect with the chicken. So the dude come drop our boxes of chicken. He'd drop off our extras. So we selling them.
Yeah.
There was a pager shop at the end. We was taking, beer and wine out of the Kroger when we was going to take the trash out and selling that. You know what I'm saying? We was doing the regular jug, the fast food jug. When you learn the cash register, when you learn the cash, folks come up to you, tell, oh, well, your total gonna be $27.50.
Yeah.
You give me $27.50, that money ain't going in that register, but I'm gonna give you your food. So we was doing that, man, and that was, that's what I really, like I said, got to start getting in trouble with folks. You know what I'm saying? Out there on the south side.
So you say you jumped off the porch on the south side. So what did you do that qualifies as jumping off the porch, like, to you? Like it's always one moment where you just like, yeah, I'm really in this shit now.
So I moved to Wren's Crossing. Wren's Crossing is apartments that's right across from Riverdale Middle School. Right on the same street.
Oh.
And at that time, back then, they were beefing with Face Off, which was a clique from North Clayton.
Yeah.
That was before
Southside Mafia Hit Squad.
It was before them. They were the OG. I think their name was like Sonny and Baby or something.
Okay.
So that's when like Sparkles was still open.
Okay.
So I remember we went to Sparkles one Friday night. A couple of dudes from Wren's Crossing ended up getting into it with the niggas and fighting them at the gas station. I'm talking stomping mud hole and buddy. Like stumping his head up against the gas pump and all type of shit like that, right? So we ended up having to go back to the apartments. At that time, we didn't have cars.
Yeah.
They had cars.
Yeah.
So we cut through woods, we cut through apartments just to get back to where we at because we know we'd be good. So that beef got into that, and then this is one of the only 2 times I've ever even attempted to do something that we did end up going to kick a nigga door in.
Okay.
We did that twice, 2 separate niggas.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. But that was pretty much me. That was my experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a what they gonna say, a gangster.
Yeah.
I'm a street nigga because I'm from the streets, of the streets. But I ain't no gangster nigga. Never portrayed to be that. But it was just at the time, we young, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our friends like, man, fuck it, we finna go run in here and take whatever they got. I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was then, and then ever since then it was kind of like a domino effect. By the grace of God, though, crazy parties, I ain't never been to jail.
That's what's up. Shit, they throwing niggas in there.
It's one place in Atlanta I've never been. That's Wright Street. And I don't plan on going.
Amen.
I don't plan on going. I just turned 40, so ain't no need for me to do
God
stupid
bless.
now.
God bless. 40 years in the game. 40 years. That is a blessing.
Facts.
So, what sparked the change for you?
The change for me, the most recent change, which was 10 years ago, was the birth of my youngest daughter.
Okay.
But this was at the time when, now this is another chapter. This is back when we was running the city. There's no line gang. Shout out T. White Kirk.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember No Line Gang. Yeah.
Right.
Back when it was still cool to be outside and party, man.
Right.
Shit.
And when I say we was outside, we was outside every day.
Yeah.
Every day. We started off at day shift. Yeah, Kamal's at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kamal. Bro.
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I got a Kamal story too.
Come on with it.
I was out with a friend of the family, me, my sister, my uncle, brother-in-law. We all out. He a millionaire, multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
So like he had the suite, the junior presidential suite over there off Ivan Island at the W. So shit, we just started going out. You know what I'm saying? We just out, and we stopped by Kamal. And I was on a little drought, fellas. You know what it is. I was on a little drought. But it was one dancer in there, man. She reminded me of Elise from the D.L. Hughley show.
wow.
Bruh, bad as a motherfucker, and she danced for me. Now it's all on the millionaire guy, so he got all the money.
Yeah,
So like, you know what I'm saying? So we straight.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
bottomless dances, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we in the section, and she just gets on my lap. I'm like, oh my God. She just reminded me of her. Like, I don't know if I was just too high or whatever, but legit, I'm up here like, I was afraid to touch her at first, and then she just grabbed me, all that shit. I was like, bro, this is the first time I ever tried to holler at a stripper in the strip club, my nigga, and I ended up, I was smart. Yeah. This is the early days of Instagram.
Yes, sir.
She had it one. I said, yo, what's your Instagram? Gotcha. She gave it to me. I was like, shit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never hit though. But hey, that was my one.
So this was like 2011, 12.
Yeah.
That's when IG first kind of popped up. What was your first strip club in Atlanta you went to?
Blaze.
Blaze was the first one?
Blaze, that was the first one.
Was your experience upstairs or downstairs? Or you went both?
I went to the upstairs. I ain't even go to the downstairs till like later on.
Downstairs was a different ballgame.
Yeah.
Downstairs was a trap. You know, you got the pool tables.
Yeah.
You know,
everybody shooting dice.
Yeah.
They slanging.
Exactly.
And it's just like, if something pop off, because it's so small down there, something pop off, you kind of stuck.
You gonna get caught in it.
Yeah, you know, so I always just stayed upstairs. But you know, the upstairs part, you know, that's just small shit too. But just go during the daytime. Blaze is a daytime strip club.
Yeah, I'm a day shifter now.
Oh yeah.
I no longer even go to strip clubs after 10 o'clock.
Wow.
No point.
Yeah.
And then when you go after 10 o'clock, there's an expectation on you now.
Yeah.
Especially if you get spend your money.
Yeah.
But in the daytime, you go in there and chill out. You know, whether you go on the grass or to eat, some drink, smoke on. Yeah. You can converse with the chick if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And then there's no pressure on you where you got to spend racks. Yeah. You know, you spend maybe 200, maybe 300. You feel okay. You straight. I can still go on about my business.
200, 300 on the day shift? Who doing that?
With food, drinks, parking, and dances involved.
See, man, you know what? That be the thing, though, man. Cause when I go out, I don't be having to pay for stuff like that. Because majority of the time when I go to Boo Fun, I ain't paying for nothing. Right. If I go to Strokers, you know, and that's really my spot.
What is this average person? This is the person that has no
average
pool.
person. Yeah, average person. Yeah. The
person that if you have no pool in the strip club, you just really going as a patron.
Yeah.
You go $250.
Damn. Shit.
That's just being real.
Yeah, but like I just go to the strip club just to buy rings. That's it. I just want some wings, 2 Hennessy's. I'm smoking, you know.
See, that's what folks don't understand is our strip clubs be having the best food.
Best fucking food.
The best
Kale's Kitchen and Blue Fine.
And shout out to Kale's. Definitely shout out to Kale's.
That's the jug of all jugs, because I did not know until like after really speaking with Kale's that he actually had the restaurant outside of Blue Fine. He just
Famous Fish.
Yeah.
So this is a quick story. In Long Live Lil C. Him and Lil C started Famous Fish on MLK. When he had Blue Flame open. And then they kind of split partnership. Lil C kept it, and I stepped in and worked it with him and his family. And then that's when Kale's opened up the one down from Magic City, which was a bang. Like, bro, you just took Magic City traffic. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people go to Magic City
just to eat. Just to eat.
But now we can go right here to Kale's. We straight. Now we can still go to the Flame. I mean, we still go to Magic City in a minute, just go ahead and get some dances and some drinks. But man, when Kale's did that, man, he definitely set a milestone.
Yeah, man. If you ever go to Boo Fine, get the roasted wings from Kale's, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, change your life.
I'm telling you that the Asian salmon, they make the salmon, put the wing sauce on the salmon, with that yellow rice and that broccoli, bro.
No, the fried broccoli at Strokers.
Ooh. Strip clubs really be 5-star restaurants.
Bro, 5-star out here. Hey, bro.
5-star restaurants in the city, bro. It's just, you know, that's what I think a lot of people think of when they think of strip club culture for us. They think as men, we going in there to be creeps. We're really not. It's kind of just like our safe spot. Yeah. We go in there and just chill out. It ain't really about being going there raunchy, getting the chick all to dance on. It really ain't even.
Yeah, it's just like going to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our way of going to the bar. And like, you go to a strip club with your mom legit. Right. Exactly. And it's cool.
Exactly. Because normally when you go to the bar, you got to look at it as a man. You go to the bar and you looking at women, you using your imagination to kind of undress them. But if you go to the strip club, they already undressed. Yeah. So you ain't got to do that. You just be yourself.
Yeah. And we just chilling.
We just chilling and vibing. That's it.
Yeah, man. And another aspect of Atlanta nightlife is the clubs, but you was able to really see the best parts of it. See, I graduated 06, so I saw the last 3 years of good nightlife. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And that's to be honest with you, that's probably one of the reasons why I don't go outside now. I did it so much then during that span, even before the no line games. I was in my first strip club I went to, I was 15.
Damn.
So I was already going to clubs. I went to Nikki's. Shout out to Nikki's. It was on Stewart Avenue. That was my first one. But yeah, so I was going there, and then of course we was going to team clubs. We was going to MBK. We hit Nike Pavilion. Then as I got 18, 19, library, SOs. Like the SOs that was on court, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I was just hearing about all this shit.
Yeah, I was in those. The Buckhead Strip.
Yeah.
Every weekend. Every weekend. And you didn't have to have money to go there.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to have money to go to Buckhead Strips.
$10.
$10 all you need.
Straight.
You straight. You straight. So yeah, man, I got to experience that. And then, like I said, when we had our run, we was in every club every night. So I think I just got tired of it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Like even when I go out now, if I do go out, I'm probably ready to go 30 minutes, 45 minutes after being here. You know what I'm saying? So, and they, in 05 and 06 also, that's when they brought sections in.
Yeah. Okay.
So there weren't sections in Atlanta before then.
Okay, yeah.
All the clubs were all dance floors.
Yeah.
If there were seats, that was because you was tired of dancing and you sweating. It's time to sit down.
Exactly.
But then when they came in during the BMF movement and a lot of people transitioning down here, that's when they started putting the sections in. Now everybody, all they do is just sit on the couch.
Yeah.
Like this.
On the phone.
They ain't really partying. Smoking hookah.
Yeah.
They ain't really partying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that was the end of it for me. Like I don't really get a kick out of going to the clubs no more.
I feel that. So do you have a BMF experience?
No, I never got to experience BMF as far as being like there. My only BMF experience is them actually taking 2 chicks that we was with.
Dang.
But
that's
natural.
Yeah, that was
compete
way
with
natural.
Baby, I work at AirTrain. I work at the airport.
Air trash, shit. Air trash, my nigga. That's all. That's Atlanta for real.
So this is another stipulation. I feel like, bro, you're not from Atlanta if you never worked at the airport. Some kind of capacity, not an airline. Like it had to be something connected to it. Like that's just a stigma. You either work there, you worked at Six Flags, or you worked at what was another spot? Mall or like a shoe store or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a part of us.
I worked at Food Depot, so hey.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's all the certain things, like certain jobs that we all had growing up.
Yeah, and even if you didn't work at the airport, you knew at least 2-3 people that worked there.
Knew at least 2-3 people that worked there. And that was my first job out of once I had graduated, got my diploma. That was my first job.
Shit.
And I was there for 3 years. But that turned into a trap too.
Yeah.
That was then when it was wide open. This was pre
9/11. Oh.
This was pre 9/11. So
yeah, people was walking through the airport with weed in their pocket.
They was walking through with weed in their pocket. They were doing connections to where if you knew somebody that worked at the airport, you just get them what they want. You go through your regular and they just meet you at your plane. Give it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's when they was peeling laptops. That's when people were going through bags like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Because you remember All-Star came for not.
Oh,
man, it was people,
shit.
It was people getting on the employee bus with black trash bags full of throwback jerseys, Jordans, jewelry, chains, whatever people had in their luggage.
Hell, thieving ass nigga.
No, it was definitely thieves at the airport.
You know, it's a hustle. They out of town.
Yeah, there was definitely thieves at the airport. Bro. Yeah, it definitely was. But I worked there, and then I ended up going to work for Delta. The benefits. Bro. Yeah, that flying and get up out of here, which I wish I would have still took a little bit more. You know what I'm saying, more flights than I did, but yeah, man, that airport was like a whole nother ball game too, working there.
Yeah, man. So like, I didn't get too much of a BMF experience. I just got to hear about it because my cousin, he owned Fuel.
Okay, yeah.
He owned Fuel back in the day. I remember like in middle school, like 8th grade, I was on spring break. So he made me work at the club during the daytime, to clean up and stuff one day. And Meech and J-Bo came in during the daytime. So ain't nobody in there. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know who they were, but I just knew like when they both walked in, like it was just the way that I felt that. I was like, who these niggas? I was like, oh shit.
And then probably 20 minutes later, it was probably 50 people in there.
No, it wasn't even that.
They came by their dolo. Okay.
No. They came by themselves. They spoke to my cousin, you know what I'm saying, because they was all cool. And then they left, you know what I'm saying. I saw the car that they pulled out, and I was like, damn, that shit car. Like,
I'm not gonna say that they brought foreigners to Atlanta, but they brought foreigners to Atlanta in abundance. There was other cliques that was here that had foreigners too, but it was maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
They whole fleet.
Yeah. The real fleet.
The real fleet.
The whole Phantoms. Yeah, the Lambos.
You be standing there looking down the street like, bro, hey, no. Mm-hmm. All of them back to back. They black or they white. You like, bro, I never even seen that car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I did, once again, Lil C. So, Lil C was part of BMF at the time, and he was young. Mm-hmm. But that was my way of knowing who they were, too. Because even my last few days that I was at Dub, my last few months, he was hanging with them then. Because, of course, he was part of Camp at the time, but he was part of the mob, too. So on Mondays and, during the week, I used to ask him, bro, what y'all do this weekend, bro? He would tell us, we was at 559, we was at Buckhead, or we was at this, or we was in Miami this weekend. So my BMF stories used to come from him. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, I never really experienced it myself, but of course we all knew what they were about. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was one of the shifts too of Atlanta to me. Like for now, like I speak about my old Atlanta content, and that content I kind of put in a time frame between 1990 and 2005. 2005 is when the indictments started coming down, BMF, sections, and all that. So that transitioned Atlanta from what we used to know. Because by that time, all the projects were torn down. Most of the people that were natives of Atlanta, they used to stay in the city. Now they stay on the outskirts. You got more out of towners here now, and then that new wave of Atlanta came in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 05, I remember. That was my senior year of high school.
It's that crop snap era.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big t-shirt era.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That was even though I still kind of consider that old Atlanta in a way, but there was a shift.
Yeah, it was a shift.
At that time. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so, like, what sparked you doing the content with the old Atlanta?
I had, so we were filming my podcast at the time, Logical Bullshit. Shout out to Cam and Nita Beater. And then I got into a car accident. I couldn't walk for like 2 months, 2.5 months. So I was just stuck in the house. Couldn't figure out nothing, bro. And we were rolling then. I think we had already filmed like 8 episodes. So we was trying to keep it rolling so we could steady keep them out. And then, but I got in the car accident, couldn't walk for like 2.5 months. Just started getting depressed. Couldn't figure out, what I wanted to do because I've always been in the content. You know what I'm saying? So I got to talking on the phone with my partner Almart, and then talked to another partner, one young big homie, and they was like, bro, you just need to find a niche. Find you something to do, you know what I'm saying, that people gonna relate to. And just stick with it. Man, 10 minutes later is when I was like, boom, okay. So I did my first if you from Atlanta, you remember this. So I started just naming stuff that no longer was there. And I got a good reception off the first video. So then I just kept doing it. I put out like 2, 3 a day. And then probably about a week later is when I started talking about high schools. And niggas don't play about they hospital or they high school.
As soon as you say you from here, that's how we find out where you from. What school you went to.
You know what I'm saying? So I did that, and it's just been popping ever since. And then, like I said, there's so much knowledge and history from back then that has been either erased or they just don't talk about it, that I have plenty of material. I can't run out. I can't ever run out. Like even today, with them tearing down pleasers. That's another form of content for me. There's nobody else really doing. I mean, we have old Atlanta pages now where people put, post up this, that, and the other. But as far as like the face of talking about old Atlanta, I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what got me into it, man. And then it's natural. It's nothing that I got to just act like I don't know nothing about. I experienced it, so. All I gotta do is talk about it.
Experienced it and lived it. And that's the thing though, man, because this is like every generation from Atlanta, it's like we have our moments. And that's the shit that just don't die. It just don't die at all. And the thing is, like, we may be straight homebodies right now. But you want to get us out the house, just have anything that reminds us of those times. And we are automatically there.
Facts. And what I'm trying to do too, and hopefully it can make it up to the mayor, it can make it up to Drake. I'm trying to have them implement opening the parks back up on Sunday. So we can start back like how we used to just go to Mosley Park, or whatever park was in your respective neighborhood. Everybody was pulling up there on Sundays, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was good for the community because when they start doing that and then everybody kind of moved to the outskirts, that's when we started really losing our soul because we're not connected like we used to be. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so wild now. You know what I'm saying? They know Atlanta OGs in Atlanta no more. Everybody stay on the outskirts. They come in the city, do their business, and they go back out. You know what I'm saying? So right now, it's, the youngest running the city, and because of the fact that ain't no guidelines,
Yeah, I was thinking about like when Atlanta really changed, and like for me, I feel like Atlanta changed when we stopped dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like that's the one thing about it. Like when we went outside to have a good time.
That's what we went outside for.
Yeah, and like if you see any of the pictures from Velvet Room, from 112, from any club from back in the day, all you saw was a big ass dance floor. And another thing, you knew everybody had to be on the dance floor, but if you see any celebrity picture from back in the day, they was all right in the middle of the dance floor because that's where everybody was at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being in prime time back in the day.
Ooh,
and
shout out to prime time.
Yeah, prime, like, for real.
Hey,
prime time, you know, like this is the dance floor. Everybody right there. You know what I'm saying? If you was on the outside where the chairs were, you was legit considered lame because you was just sitting there all night. You know what I mean? Like you wasn't
outside. You was either on the outside because you was lame or you was prepping for a fight.
Yeah, but there was always the thing is though, like the fight always was on the dance floor anyway.
Yeah.
Right by the DJ booth.
Man, especially when they started playing that, when they started playing Oh Let's Do It.
Oh yeah.
At prime time and all them type songs.
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Play a little scrappy. It's a guaranteed fight, bro. It's gonna happen.
Nothing
you got the south. Nothing you because you got the south side and then you got the east side,
east
and then
side,
you got the west side. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we ain't, north side really didn't have a identity at the time. So
damn sure
you know what I'm saying?
They was at Club Miami.
Yeah, they was at Club Miami. That was pretty much the first day was coming down. It was Club Miami. Hell, we was all going up there.
Yeah.
That shit was a hot box, boy.
Small as shit.
Miami was a hot box, but it's legendary.
Yeah, it was. And the thing is, like, we got to see women that we didn't get to see at the other clubs. You know what I'm saying? North side girls, we ain't know nothing about.
I will give y'all that, but north side, because in my time, east side had all the girls.
Even in my time, they still had all the girls.
But that's because the north side girls didn't come outside.
Yeah, damn sure did.
Once you got a taste of that.
Yeah.
Because I even remember me and my partner, we went up to a club on the north side. Was it Wild Bills or something?
Yeah.
It was something that's like a Pleasantdale or something like that. We went up there one time. And the chicks that was out there even then was like, boy, what the hell? Why these north side girls fine as hell?
Fine as hell. And they weren't ratchet or that. You know
but they weren't
like,
coming to the city though, so you had to catch them there.
You
know what I'm saying? Or go out there. We just wasn't. That just went our territory. We wasn't ever really traveling up there.
Yeah, good times.
They, Atlanta has changed a lot, man. Hopefully we can get back to it. And, it's unfortunate, current events that's going on with these RICO cases.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate to me because it's the fact of they getting caught up in these RICO cases, these gang-related cases, and gangs never been a part of our culture.
Never.
We never had gangs in Atlanta.
Yeah, like
you might have a little neighborhood,
like cliques. We had cliques. That was it.
Usually rep your zone, your clique.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's how you.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that shit was over by the time you graduated high school.
It was over, bro. It was over.
And we fought. That was the thing, though. It was fighting.
We might used to have. I remember, bro. When I was growing up, I only remember 2 niggas with guns.
All right, well, niggas had guns when I was in high school.
Niggas
had guns, but we were still fighting.
Like I said, I was in high school in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, the end of the 90s. So we was fighting heavy, and there was a couple niggas had guns, but it wasn't, now everybody got a gun. I mean, everybody got a gun.
Shit, they got the same guns we got.
The same exact ones, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's, I think we're going to, like I said, get back there, but I think it's just going to take a lot of us from having that nostalgia feeling, like me bringing up all the old Atlanta stuff, that's just putting more pride back in people again about, you know what, now, I'm from Atlanta, this is my city, like, we've always controlled this city, like, let's go make something happen now, you know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to eventually get back to us, but with all this entertainment coming in and taking over, and then, they don't understand real Atlanta culture, so they're like, oh yeah, all they want to know about is Freaknik, but Freaknik was one weekend. Atlanta was popping 50 other one weekends of the year. We always had something to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta has also always been a hotbed for celebrities. It's just back in those days, you didn't know who stayed here. You had to see them out in those areas, and they would be out. They'd be in the same places that you would be at too. You know what I'm saying? But you would have to see them.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
But this week was a very emotional week for the city. Because these indictments and. It's artists that people love, you know what I'm saying? Thug and Gunna.
And human.
They're
human and they with me being 40 now, I can call certain people kids. I'm like, they're kids, they're young still. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hopefully, they clear themselves from this if they can some kind of way, man, and it really make a change. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very unfortunate. We ain't know nothing about the RICO cases, especially gang related. And then you gotta look at our DA. she from California, so she know about all this gang related stuff. They trying to same way because that's where the gang culture come from. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she putting these guidelines on them now. And then these kids also thinking that Atlanta's Grand Theft Auto for real.
Big facts, big facts.
You're not gonna respawn, my boy.
Yes.
It's not like the video game, bro. You're not gonna respawn. You can't keep living like this. You know what I'm saying? But I think we're gonna get out. We're gonna get back there though.
Yeah, I think so too. Like when I got the news, I really ain't say nothing about it.
Yeah, I ain't make no jokes or nothing like that about it either.
Yeah, and I had to go through my own little process because my dad went to the feds when I was in middle school. This is what 2000. Yeah. It's 2000 when he went to the feds, and there was no RICO case. But I just understand the process that you go through. You know what I'm saying? Not only just the person who's locked up, but the family. You know, and me being the child that lived with him. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to see him every day.
Yeah, man.
I ain't seen him at all unless you go visit.
And I ain't even get to visit him. You know what I'm saying? He was in the feds down in Miami. Yeah. But just, you know, like the long drawn out process, you know what I'm saying? Like the right to speedy trial, that does not apply when you're dealing with the feds. You know what I'm saying? They would just leave you sitting there for a minute or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing about the RICO thing too. Like if they deny your bond, you stuck.
Yeah. We're gonna let you sit.
Yeah, it's hard for you to fight that RICO in there.
And then they bleed you of your resources, you know, like you paying off your bond if they give you one. Yeah. It's not the regular way. You know what I'm saying? Like they want you to spend your money. Yeah. They want they want your money, they want your assets, and they want to bleed you dry. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like and then I started thinking about it some more, and it kind of feels like when the indictments went down back in 2005. You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of like, okay, this is really about to happen. These boys is really about to go away. Yeah. And I think like after a day or so, everybody really started settling in with the fact that somebody's going to have to go away.
Somebody's going to have to go.
Yeah, you know, like it is what it is, you know.
Somebody's going to have to go. All the cap stuff, any Southern music, the crunk era was in at that time. So down, as soon as you got out there, you start sweating. Like instantly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because the energy was always high.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody dancing. Yeah. They on the floor dancing. Or if you on the wall, that's back in the day when you be on the wall and get your grind on.
Yeah. Post up on the wall.
Damn, I sound old. Yes. God, that sound old saying that, bro. Back in the day in the club, you used to get your grind on.
Yeah, man. Like, that's what it was, dude.
Yeah,
or you be like, hey, hold me up. Hold me up. Back in the day, man.
And then we used to, so once again, remember, we wasn't buying bottles.
Yeah.
We were having the pictures.
Yeah.
Remember, we used to have the pictures, especially like library on a Thursday, you get a blue motherfucker and you get the Long Islands. But you got pictures. We weren't buying bottles.
Yeah. That's all you needed, though. If you had a picture, see, that was the thing, though, man. Like, Atlanta nightlife was not about flash at all. It was just about having a good time. If you was there to have a good time, that was it. If you was standing on the wall looking sideways, then you was a lame. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter how much money you spent. The fact that you was in there having a good time.
And then we used to have pride standing in the free line.
Bro,
party in the free line.
Yeah, what you talking about? Breaking 412? Wait, we there. Let's go.
But we having a party.
Yeah, that's pregame. That's the pregame right there.
And then that was there too when you used to have to print off the email.
Oh,
like when AG, like if you want to go to Velvet Room, you used to have to print out the email. So now you had to do it with this big ass piece of paper, like, hey, you know, I RSVP to get in. But yeah, man, it's just changed a lot, man. Yeah. Now you can't even get in the club because you just paid $100 a park. You ain't got no more money now.
Fact. The thing about it is, though, you can do valet. Your windows still get busted, or your car get messed up or something like that.
Now this the kicker. This the shit that get me with that. You charge me $100 to park and then still tell me to pull up right there. Well, yeah, go ahead and park beside that car. Nah, nigga, I just paid you to park my car. Why am I going? If I gotta park my car, bro, it's free. It's free. So that's the part that's the finesse that get me. Like they don't even get in your car to move it. They just take the money, put that little stick on your window. Yeah, go ahead and park right there. Nah, man, I just paid you $80 to $100 to park that car. You about to park that car, and I want you really to watch this motherfucker.
Yeah, facts.
That's the price of it. Yeah, at least get the rims.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
saying?
In the tires, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but like I said, man, I think we're gonna get back there, man. We just gotta bring that feeling back to Atlanta to make Atlanta what it was before the Black Hollywood.
Yeah. And to me, I feel like that was the worst part about Atlanta when the Black Hollywood stuff came, because at that point it was no longer about, you know what I'm saying, this is somebody who's trying to come into my club to have a good time. It was just about how much are you spending. That's it. And if you ain't spending what this person's spending, you ain't shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I used to see that a lot at AG clubs. Shit. And honestly, I was like, man, fuck y'all. I would never even go.
I probably wouldn't have been attending AG clubs and getting in sections if it wasn't for the no-line game era. Other than that, I probably wouldn't have been in there. I have went to compound like on 2 separate occasions, but one time it was print out the damn flyer to get in free. And then another time I went somewhere and I just, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you could tell it was just different. Yeah. It was a different vibe. But any other time we went in there, we was buying sections. Like one night we went in there when Lil Wayne had the concert here. Yeah. And he had his after party at our compound. We made him leave.
Damn.
We bought the rest of the bottles. He couldn't buy no more bottles. Shit. Lil Wayne bought Lil Wayne, I think, who was on the mic? DJ Ace. Ace, shot DJ Ace. That's what Ace is hosting. So Ace, and it's on YouTube too, the crazy part. Oh, wow. So Wayne, his after party, boom. He in his section, right beside us. So they bring out his bottle, they bring out like 10 bottles, Ace like, it's a light show, Lil Wayne in here, boom, 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 boom. And about 5 minutes later, man, you see that door kick open, and you just see all these just the sparklers just going. Yeah. Just walk by. So Ace get back on the mic again. Oh, Wayne going up. Wayne, it's big time. They after the concert. The bottles, they go to Wayne section. They went to our section. Man, they broke about 100 bottles. That's the first round. And we see them over there like, so they order some more. They order like another 10, 15 bottles. No, the first round, I'm sorry. The first round, I think we ordered like probably like 20, 30, just to up them right quick. So he ordered another round. And big bro got them tap, Melissa told Melissa, bring me the rest of them. What you mean the rest of them? The rest of them. How many y'all got back there? We don't know. We'll bring it to them. And they were bringing out bottles for 5-6 minutes straight. And then we were just handing them out to people. We were just handing people bottles of rosé.
I don't even want to know what that tab was like.
Hey man, I don't either.
That's a down payment on the house.
Hey, look, man, I kicked in my little $300-400.
Yeah.
Just hey man,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else used to, you know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, bro, you should cover it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that was just one of them nights, bro. But I remember that because Wayne distinctly got up and left. Like they left bottles and everything.
He didn't say bye. He didn't shoot the party.
The light ain't on him no more. The light on us.
No, I'm talking about like y'all.
Nah.
He didn't be like, yo.
They got him out of here. They security people got around them. They walked out the back area. And we kept on partying, bro. Like the attraction wasn't Wayne no more. And that was his party. So, you know what I'm saying? But that was, other than that, like I was really going to compounds or the high-end clubs of that nature. Like I never went in 112. I wish I did. Yeah. The one that was on Chester Bridge, but I never got the experience.
Yeah, I never got the experience until that was before my time, unfortunately. Coming out of 06, we just had Prime Time, Miami, the Bounce, the Gate.
The Gate. Was Nike Pavilion still open there?
I don't think so.
Nah, Nike Pavilion, I think it might shut down like 304.
Yeah, man.
Something like that.
So like the options was limited, and we also had obsessions.
Yeah, obsessions. Yeah.
Well, we had figure eight.
Essos was open too, but Essos was on Memorial, I think.
Yeah, we had figure eight, the Libra. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Good times. Good times, man.
Still had places to go, but yeah, man. Like you said, these kids they don't have nothing to do these days. Ain't no 18 under clubs. Ain't no really, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no rec centers. Ain't no Friday night football at Lakewood. Ain't no
teen clubs.
Ain't no teen clubs. You know what I'm saying? So they really don't have nothing to do, man. So until they find activities for them to do, and it's gonna continue to be like this.
It's unfortunate, man. But and the thing is like once you hit 30, you're an OG. Yeah. In their eyes. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but it's like sometimes a lot of people just don't even know how to connect with the youngins. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's because of the fact of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that they don't necessarily want to listen. But it has to do with some of us that's older don't know how to convey the message. But I see them like we trying to talk down or tell them what you're doing is wrong. 12 or until they go to high school or whatever. So they a little bit more connected with them. And it's kind of getting there. We more so connect. All the young niggas call us Unc now. Yeah. Which that's just a sign of endearment. When young niggas call me Unc, I feel like, I feel good. I don't feel bad about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like, oh, you think I'm old nigga. Nah, it's kind of a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like I said, people my age, we kind of getting back to that, to being able to kind of mentor them in a way or show them ways, you know what I'm saying, to better their lives, man. But this generation, they dangerous, but they the most educated too.
Yeah, they are.
So that's the good part about it. They smart as hell. They just don't have direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like they also entrepreneurs, man. They
Yeah.
really
They
really
ain't trying to break
some
nobody,
money.
bro.
Exactly. And I'm not, you can't even get mad at that.
Especially if you got some type of a plan,
Yeah.
I can't even get mad at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they definitely they don't want to work for nobody. They want to get the money themselves, split it with their guys or with their family or whatever they is, and buy them some some Hellcats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just go out and just have a good time. So,
Yeah. And like you are an old Atlanta enthusiast again, but recently when we lost somebody from old Atlanta, a close friend of yours, Lil C.
Yeah, man, long live Lil C, man. That was my and the reason why it hit so hard for me. I don't throw the term best friend around in that way, but he definitely was. He was a brother, so I really couldn't say he was a friend anymore. He was a brother, but it hit me so hard because he was the oldest, last living childhood friend I had. So nobody that I grew up with, that I was cool, that I was friends with when I was a teenager, as a kid, is alive anymore.
Wow.
He was the last one.
Damn.
So that's why it hit me even harder. And we had plans. Like we were about to start literally executing our plans because, and we would have started doing them earlier, but he had lost his mom a couple months ago, so he was still grieving from that, and I understood that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up getting that call, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, ain't no way, bro. Like we had shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we lost him, and we still gonna continue the podcast. We're gonna do the podcast in honor of him. Me and Pretty Boy Tank, DJ Pretty Boy Tank.
Shout out to Tank.
But yeah, man, I feel as if like he didn't get his just due as well because Lil C was the person that brought crunk music to the West Side. There was no crunk artist before him.
Right.
And a lot of stuff that he did, they don't give him credit for, like at all. Like when we started this podcast, we really started telling y'all like stuff he was involved in. You was like, what?
Yeah, and that's the crazy part.
Like,
because I remember when East Side West Side dropped, I didn't even know that Lil C was on the song. Like I thought it was just all Baby D. You know what I'm saying? Like,
until that they came on that motherfucker. Well, what y'all really know about the West Side? Hold on, wait a minute. What is this?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, bro, was in high school then. Bro. He was a star to us, bro. Even he used to say it to me, bro. Even though I was taller than him, this, that, and the other, I looked up to him because of what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, he was a part of a lot of major things that went on in the city. Like he was part of Oop Camp. He was a part of BMF. He was a part of No Line. You know what I'm saying? And then he had his own construction business, restaurants, clubs, all that, man. So I really had looked up to him, and it was crazy because he shared a story with me probably about 4 months ago when he was like, bro, I remember I think he said they was in Miami or something like that. And he was like, man, we just chilling, we watch TV, bro. We watching MTV. And that show Your Mama came on, and I'm looking at the TV, and I seen you on there. And I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, my boy on MTV, this, that, and the other. But on the reverse side, I'm not thinking nothing about the MTV shit. I'm looking at him like, bro, you out with Meech, bro. Y'all niggas out it. Boy, what the hell? Like, you the biggest nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just like stuff like that, bro. Like I said, him being the first person to bring crunk music to the West Side, he wrote a lot of the stuff that people like, and nobody know he got. That was him. Anthems.
Okay.
Like ATL Ho, that's Lil C's voice.
ATL. Yeah.
Everybody, that's his voice.
Oh shit, I ain't know that.
A lot of people think it's Pastor Troy. Pastor Troy just said, well, but that ATL, that's Lil C.
Oh shit. Hey,
remember Baby D's first album? Shout out Baby D. I'm keeping all of them. I still got a lot of love and respect for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I grew up real small clip. But yeah, so I was going by the name The Product. Okay. Bootman had gave me that. So I was on there. You can go look at it. I was on the Southside versus Dunwoody episode, and they put me up against a girl. And at that time, that money on the line.
Yeah.
I don't care nothing about you being no girl. You about to get that work. And I was just giving it. Shouted started crying. Like they had to edit it. I mean, even if you look at the show, you can look at it when we going one-on-one. You can see her eyes water and this, that. Shouted started crying because I wouldn't stop it. I was letting them go. I want that $1,000. I want that $1,000 in cash money.
Hell no.
I was letting them go.
You see, man, this nigga worse than Charlamagne.
Like, man, that money was on the line. I didn't care what you was. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up winning that episode. Winning that one. But it was some controversy because I was the favorite to win the actual whole show. But that's when I got my first taste of Hollywood, because they had invited me out to Will Valderrama, who was the host, the dude from That 70 Show.
Yeah.
He was the host. He had invited me out to a party.
Cash money.
Yeah, cash money. He had invited me out to a party, right? Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, man, I'll be there. So while we finished taping, like before the party, the party is that night. So we still taping. So as we taping, you know, I'm walking around eating the craft services and talking to the women, this, that, and the other. And I'm asking people, like, well, you know, y'all going to the party tonight? Like, what party? Like, they're having a party in Atlanta Station. You know what I'm saying? Well, them, you know, for the show, this, that, and the other. Invite everybody, you going? Like, man, we don't know about no party. Like, huh? So I started asking the women. I started asking there was a host, Destiny. I asked her, and she was like, I don't know anything about no party.
Oh,
so I didn't go, right?
Oh, good.
So the next day, so the next day, you know, it was just my frame of mind. So the next day when we get there, you know, them folks walked up to the producers like, hey man, what happened? You didn't come to the party last night. I was like, hey man, didn't nobody else know about that party? And I'm not just going there for that, you know what I'm saying? And because you know, I'm thinking it's y'all don't other shit. Yeah, I ain't trying to fall in the flim flam. So I ain't trying to do it. So they were upset with me because I didn't come, bro.
Yeah.
They were upset with me, bro, and it came to a point to where in the show, the guy that I was going against, we were joning each other back and forth for so long. And shout out to Johansson, because we was battling. We was battling to where we each were running out of jokes. But then it's a rule on there to where if you choke, you lost.
Yeah.
So he stumbled on one, and I hit him with another one. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And then, so what they did was they was like, oh, this is a close one. We're going to have to go to the judges.
I think I remember this episode.
When they said they had to go to the judges, I dropped my head. You can look on the film. I dropped my head like, oh, fuck.
We got to pull this shit up. We're going to pull this up.
It's Will, this, that, and the other. Man, those folks came back and turned around. It was like, yeah, going on to the next round. And they didn't call my name. I was so pissed off, but I knew why. I felt it was the politics. It was the politics of the show. Like, they didn't want me. I didn't lose.
Yeah.
Nah, I would have went up against Nav Green, and because just me popping my shit at that time, I would have beat Nav. That wasn't no problem. But I didn't progress on in the show after that Best of the Best episode.
You may need to bring that back into the A. You know what I'm saying? One time.
They got it's kind of like battleground. It's kind of like battle roast me. They got something like a platform of that right now going, which I mean, it ain't nothing to easily bring it back because our style of Jonah is different.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then with Your Mommy, it was so easy for me. It was.
Boy, Sosay in the building, man. Make sure y'all follow him, support him. Also, get the merch, man. Get the merch, man. He got the old Atlanta certified.
And this is our old APS lunch card. This is the lunch card we used to have. I just flipped it and made it an OG certified card. But if you went to Atlanta public schools in the 90s, you know this lunch card when you see it.
Hey, that's what it is, man. Make sure you support them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And listen, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put this out there now. Maybe 5 years from now, we're going to get the full documentary film. Facts. You telling the story, your story, because you got some good-ass stories, man. You know what, man? Hey, like, you may be able to do something like Charlie Murphy did. You know, because you got the story.
See, this is the crazy part. I started doing story times on Twitter. So I didn't even.
Oh yeah, a thread, but
I was doing stories then. Like I have 45 short story scripts that I wrote about stories that I went through. So it's already like stuff there. I just haven't put them in production. But that's stuff that we actually working on. So yeah, man, I got some other things coming. And I definitely appreciate you for reaching out. Let me come on the platform, man. You know what I'm saying?
You blessed me. You blessed me, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bel Air too.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Drink the right way, for real. All right. SauceTv, Joke Boy Sosay. What you mean?
What you mean, my guy?